Welcome to Cool-Trade Radio, home of the robotic trading revolution. In the stock market, the cards are stacked against you. Cool-Trade gives you the tools you need to dominate the stock market through automated trading. Learn to fight back against the powers that be on Wall Street using their own weapons. With Cool-Trade, the game has changed in your favor. And now, your hosts, Pace Ellsworth and Cool-Trade CEO, Ed Barsano. Thanks, everybody. Welcome back to Cool-Trade Radio. This is Pace Ellsworth. If you love technology as much as I do, if you like making money as much as I do, and you want to do both, we've actually got a system here, automated stock trading system. It's called Cool-Trade. Most people out there are trying harder and harder to make money in the market. Maybe they have somebody managing it for them. That's most people out there. They've got an IRA, they've got a 401k. Somebody's managing their money for them, and so they've got to pay for that. Or you're trading your stocks yourself. You've got an online brokerage account. Or you're a day trader, swing trader, and you're actually trading your stocks. But you have to learn how to do that. You have to be like an expert to trade the market. But that's what most people think. We want to simplify it, and we do that by automating. It's like, instead of a Flintstones car where you have to push it yourself to get everywhere you need to go, this is actually putting a motor in it and having it run, and it runs by itself. That's what we're talking about here. We've got Cool-Trade. It's an automated stock trading platform. Let me get the phone number out to everybody. 480-787-2777. That's 480-787-2777. Or go to cooltraderadio.com. Ed, thanks for being again here on the show. And we wanted to explain to people how we can simplify this. And they can actually take profits almost every day. Sometimes,
multiple times
a day with some of these strategies. Depending on how the market's going. And we've got a clip that you made 5 years ago, and it sort of goes over the philosophy here. It's a really good example of how this trader actually makes money.
The money in the stock market is exactly the same as the money in your pocket. If you were walking down the street and you found a $50 bill, how happy would you be? What if you were walking down the street and you found a $50 bill every day? Can you imagine 5 days in a row finding 50s or 20s or a $100 bill on the ground? How happy would you be? But when it comes to the stock market, your stock could be up $50, $100, even $500. And you don't take it. See, the robotic trader, the Cool-Trade trader, will take that money. It treats the money in the stock market exactly as if it was real money, because it really is real money. And for some reason, the public doesn't understand that. So they throw their money into mutual funds. Some of the stocks are up, some are down, but then again, they're all hidden, so you don't even know you don't know what's going on. Are they taking profits? Obviously not. If you're only getting 3% a year or something, they clearly are not taking profits, because you should be doing 5 to 10% per month. Standing on your head. If you just take profits, take the profits. It's real money. So the money in the stock market and the money you find on the street is exactly the same. Treat it like it's the same. The software does.
Awesome. So this is Cool-Trade software that's doing this.
Isn't that amazing? Wasn't I a great speaker 5 years ago?
You're getting better and better every day, Ed.
Well, I'm amazed, and that's the thing, Pace. When I first created the automated trader, it didn't come with strategies back in 2005 when I released it to the public.
Right, it's just code.
And we were all under the impression that you had to have stop losses, and you had to have all these indicators, and you had to know what a stochastic and a MACD and a relative strength index and moving edge average divergence and all this stuff. And what we didn't realize was it really doesn't even matter. That there's no indicator in the world that could tell you what a stock's gonna do anyways tomorrow. You don't know. No one can tell you what the stocks are gonna do tomorrow.
Right.
Regardless of what you
don't have a crystal ball, and that's true.
There's
Nobody does.
There's no such thing, and it really doesn't even matter. It turns out that while you're busy waiting for some magic indicator to tell you when to buy or sell, you could have traded that stock 40 times. Watching it, just buying and selling as it goes up and down. And the secret to the stock market is keep taking profits. That's it. Even a house in a poker game.
Yeah.
If you had weekly poker games, I'm from Chicago. And I remember the 60s. Then we used to have weekly poker games that went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 3-day games. They were serious poker games. And there was a bowl on the table because whose house is this? Whosever house or apartment you're in has to feed everybody for 3 days.
Right. That's why they call it the house. Yeah.
And they would put a bowl on the table, on the poker table, and it was called a cut game. Out of every pot, $1 went into the bowl. Now, it's only $1.
But when we went to Aunt Nina's house, Aunt Nina didn't use that money to order out from Father and Son's Pizza, chicken and rib dinners and stuff. Aunt Nina would roast chickens or make a lasagna, and so everyone loved the food. And then she wanted to walk around all weekend just pouring coffee for people. She didn't want to get in the poker game. Who's the big winner at the end of the weekend? Aunt Nina.
Yeah.
She's got $750 just from taking $1 out of every pot, and the best poker player made $500.
Because she's basically taking automated profits. I mean, no matter what, she's going to make money.
Well, that's the secret to the stock market, though. It applies to what we're doing in the stock market, and that is when you buy a stock and it drops, you buy more at a lower price, but then when that lower one moves, even if it moves a quarter on 100 shares, that's $25. You pay $2 to the broker because you're paying $1 a share if you're trading through one of the brokers we use. And the other $23 is profit. So it's just keep taking that profits. And you know what? When you look at your monthly report on all the trades that it took over that month, you've made thousands of dollars. And then when you compound that over years, it's like that's the way to trade the stock market. The secret to the market is just keep taking money. Don't buy stocks with the hopes that they're going to go to some magical new high.
Right.
Stocks don't go to new highs.
Yeah,
that's very rare.
We're not saying definitely don't go all in when that's the really very risky position. And that's what most people do. Most people are all in all the time, buying and holding and taking profit maybe once in their life when they retire. That's not how we want to do this.
Well, the danger there is if you do that, if you buy stock and it doesn't even matter where it goes, if you're all in and then that market takes a 30% hit, you're dead. You're down. You just lost 30% of all your money.
My family's experienced that. I mean, I know that so many of our listeners out there lost money in 2000 and 2008, and there's very little anybody could do about it because there's accounts that they had to have anyway because of work. That's just, there's not a whole lot of choice in the matter out there.
Well, I was reborn when that crash happened in 2000 because I retired from Microsoft in 95 with a lot of money, and by 2000 I had millions of dollars in the market. And worse than that, I was 2-to-1 margin. So when that market dropped, I got hammered. But I was reborn when he did it. When that happened, I blamed the large institutions. I said, you know what? You're competing with us with computers. It's time to take this to the next level. I'm going to give millions of people automated traders. So I spent 5 years developing the software, and I released it in 2005. And that's what we have now. Software has been out 10 years. You get the top strategies when you turn on an auto trader.
That's exactly what we have here for you today. It's CoolTrade. You can actually use this the same way that Ed does to mitigate some of that risk, reduce some of that downside when the market goes down, not be the one that's stuck losing 30%, 40%, 50% of the market. You might actually be able to make a profit in a down market.
Well, with the money management that's built into the software, you're always in. So it doesn't even matter where the stock goes. You've always got money on the sideline, so you can buy at any price. The software knew already before it bought that stock that it could take it all the way, that it could ride that stock down to $1. So it doesn't even matter. Once you get an auto trader, you're at ease with the market. You don't care what the market does. You actually look forward to down days.
So you got this opportunity to actually look forward to the market, no matter whether it goes down or up. Have fun with it with CoolTrade. Here's the number, 480-787-2777. That's 480-787-2777, or go to CoolTradeRadio.com. We just need your name and email so we can go ahead and get you a report, show you a full demonstration of how this works, and get you a discount on CoolTrade that is only available to the listeners on this show. And take a listen and see it for yourself and see that you can actually take the fear away from the market, add fun to your trading, and do this all with CoolTrade, actually with less work than you would ever have to do.
Well, taking money every day is fun.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's fun to stack money. My sister, she's a few years older than I am. She remembers when I was a kid. She to this day, she still says, I remember you used to always stack your money. I like to stack money, stack change and all. Now I stack $100,000 baggies, and that's even fun. It's just fun to make money, and, it's your money. If you throw it into a mutual fund, you don't even get to see it, and it's fun making money. I mean, I'm not, I don't know. just inundated with money. It's all about money.
Yeah, but we're basically what we're looking at
why
is,
not? It's fun.
We've got a machine that'll go around and it'll pick all the money up off the sidewalk.
Yeah, if you're walking down the street and you're finding money on the ground 3, 4, 5 days in a row, why not? Wouldn't you be happy? I mean, of course you would. I mean, I was in a gas station once and I found a $5 bill on the ground, and I felt like $1 million. I walked into Walgreens. I was so happy that I found that $5. I walked into Walgreens and spent $50. I'm serious.
Yeah, it's like if you had an app on your phone, let's just say, for example, that could tell you when there's money on the ground, wouldn't you get it just so you could find out where it was? And it wouldn't be great if you were able to take profit every single day or find money on the ground every day?
Aren't you going to ask me what I bought in Walgreens for?
What did you buy in Walgreens for $50? Ed?
I don't know. I'm in Roca.
Yeah.
I bought a few cases of water, some hair dye. I don't know. It was crazy,
Oh, man. Well,
but I mean, it is fun, and that's the way your life should be, I think, because money is a big deal. If you don't want that $20, I mean, it's a 20-cent move in a stock. It goes up 20 cents. You make $20. $2 goes to the broker. 18 goes to you. If you don't want it, I always say, give it to your kid and say, go to the movies. Why not?
Right.
It's real money. You're not going to just walk past it.
Yeah. That's the thing. We got this opportunity with CoolTrade to take profits sometimes every single day or multiple times a day. We'll talk a little bit more about that. The number to get CoolTrade is 480-787-2777. That's 480-787-2777. Give us your name and email, and we'll get you a free report and show you how this works. We'll show you real strategies and running in real accounts, and you'll see how they go up and down. One of the biggest things about this is, people look for gains over months or years. But if you look at a stock that goes up in a year, what you don't realize is that it's gone up and down and up again dozens, hundreds of times that year. Every month, you could make 2%, 5%, 10% on your money, not every year in one stock, every month. Maybe
up and down. That's
some
the
weeks
secret.
we've seen weeks in some of these users' accounts, so they could make 2%, 5%, 10% in a week, maybe a certain day. In a flash crash, they have these opportunities to make these kinds of money. 480-787-2777. That's 480-787-2777. Give us your name and email. Go to CoolTradeRadio.com, and we'll get you a free report and show you how this software works.
Wouldn't it be nice to find a $50 bill today? Now imagine finding $50, $100, even $500 every day. The money in the stock market is the same as the money in your wallet, so when your stocks are up, why not take the profit? But who has the time to monitor the market? CoolTrade does, on your computer. CoolTrade, one of the only fully automated stock trading software platforms available to the public, does it all while you're out living your life. Pretty simple, pretty smart. CoolTrade.
Thank you, and welcome back to CoolTrade Radio, everybody. This is Pace Ellsworth, and I'm with Ed Barsano, the CEO and creator of CoolTrade. Now, I wanted you to see if you could tell us a couple stories about some of the users that are using CoolTrade. How does this work out for them? Real quick, the number one last time is 480-787-2777. That's 480-787-2777, or go to CoolTradeRadio.com. We just need your name and email. We'll get you a report. We'll get you on your way to actually getting CoolTrade for yourself. So some of the users that have started recently and over the past 10 years, because it's how long you've been given the software, it's available to the public. Some people start trading live their first day, and they make money their first day.
Well, yeah, I always discourage people from turning it on live on the first day. I really, even though, here, for instance, one gentleman just signed up over the weekend, and he went live yesterday. Now, I mean, he made $5,000 in a day. Now, I'm not saying that that's normal. That's probably not very normal. But he happened to go in after a nice week of a down market, and then yesterday morning the market opened up in the hole again, down again, and then it rocketed up 100. Ended the day up over 100 points. So I mean, that was an unusual case. But
Right.
what I prefer, instead of looking at the stock market like gambling,
Right.
I really like everyone, when they first get the auto trader, to run in simulation mode.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the software doesn't know it's simulating, by the way. It's got a live data feed, and the decision process is the same whether you're live or simulating. If it sees live data, it's making live decisions.
So you're saying instead of running on your own programming, Just run on the software's programming.
Yeah,
just let it work.
Right. And so like that guy yesterday, what did he do? He was talking about, he bought 1,000 shares of this stock, and it went up $5. And I'm like, well, that's not what CoolTrade really is about.
Right.
You could have done that without CoolTrade. He could have just gone to the broker and bought.
Yeah.
And bought the stock, But the problem is, where's his money management? Does he know when to add to his position? Does he know whether to add to winners or losers? When the stock's going up or down? When do you take profits? That kind of stuff. And that's what's all fully automated in the software.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is you don't actually have to know any of that stuff.
No.
And don't have to be an expert at this. Don't have to get a degree in finance and spend tens of thousands of dollars on charts and graphs and expertise.
Oh, when none of that can tell you what a stock's going to do tomorrow anyways.
Right, yeah.
So
all they can do is
useless.
look at trends, and that might inform you to make a strategy, but the thing is, it's all just going to be numbers that go up
Now,
and down.
you can, by the way, Pace, the system is fully point and click. You could actually create complex strategies. If that's what your bag is, if you're into that, that's fine.
That used to be how a lot of the strategies worked, right?
That's how, when the software originally shipped in 2005, there were no strategies. I created this fantastic software that allowed anyone to do whatever they wanted to do. And so the original traders who came on, they were the techno weenies. They were the guys that are creating strategies from scratch and using the old style methodologies, looking at technical indicators and all that kind of stuff. And then I created a feature in the software that you could check that says, I'm willing to share my strategy. And I was so happy. I was so humbled by how many hundreds of people checked that box. And then, so what happened then is the top strategies started getting shared by everyone. And so they rose, so the top strategies rose to the top. And by 2009, this just became a money machine.
Wow.
And that's what's happening today. People who sign up now already have the top strategy sitting there looking them right in the face.
And surprisingly,
and you just check the box and say, I want to run that strategy.
A lot of these top strategies have very few rules.
Extremely few, because the software is already designed to take money, and that's the beauty. No matter, you have to go out of your way to make this thing lose money, to be honest. Seriously, because where people go wrong is they'll put stop losses in there, and they'll try to second guess a strategy that's been running great for 6 years.
Or they'll take the default settings, which are good money management, and they might put in some...
Well, they're brainwashed. Over the years, some people say, I never add to a losing position. Well, the minute so what they do is they stop it from allowing it to buy when the stock went to a lower price. So you bought 100 shares at one price, it dropped maybe 5 to 10%, and they wouldn't allow it to buy more. So they're not taking profits at the bottom, so they're sitting there waiting for it to go back up. Well, it may take years to go back up when they could have been buying and selling at the bottom price 100 times. Then worse than that, some people say, I cut my losers, and that's even worse, because then they put a stop loss in. So when a stock goes down, they sell it at a loss, and all the stock's doing nothing but going up and down, and they keep buying high and selling low, which is the opposite of what the software was designed to do.
Right. We want to actually take profits every day instead of taking losses, and so that's why the system is built the way it is. To take a look at this system, you can actually see the strategies and how they work, and actually prove it for yourself.
Yeah, it's not a black box. It's not hidden.
Yeah, and you can actually see everything inside the system. So this is CoolTrade. This is a fully robotic, automated trading system. It's just autopilot for the stock market. And so you don't really need to have any programming experience at all. You don't need to have any trading or investing experience at all. You don't need to be very financially minded. It just works for you. This is CoolTrade 480-787-2777. And this is CoolTrade. You go to CoolTradeRadio.com. We just need your name and email. We'll get you a report, and we'll get you a demonstration, and we'll get you a discount on the license for the software itself. Last time the number is 480-787-2777. So this really is working for people, and I want to give a couple more examples here. Like I said, almost everybody in the market, they're just buying and holding for the rest of their life. And then, they might take it out slowly.
Mutual funds. They don't even know what the stocks are doing.
They're
not
taking
taking profits
when they're retiring. And unfortunately, if they're just taking regular distributions in retirement, their money could be losing value in retirement
instead of rolling their money over for life.
Right, exactly. Instead of actively taking profits for the rest of their life.
You know what's great about it, Pace, is it's a game changer. It's a life changer, actually. Because once you go automated, you never go back to manual trading. And it's just so cool. You know, I mean, I got an email from a guy one time a few years ago. He was at the beach in Hawaii, and he sent me an email, and he said, "Hey, Ed, my auto trader made," I don't remember what the amount was. I mean, I think it was like $500 today, you know, and I'm like, "Oh, cool." And he, you know, and he says, "I'm at the beach in Hawaii." You know, I mean,
It's nice.
I mean, that, you know what? That feels good.
That's
you know,
peaceful,
Your
yeah.
auto trader is running, and there's no mystery. You don't even worry about the market. You look at your auto trader. It's on your computer in your house. You're managing your money, and
You can
you're
see what it
invisible
does.
to the world.
That's right.
And you look at it and you go, "Oh wow, I took $700 today, or I took $400 today. Thank you." You know. And so that's the way it should be. Instead, you throw your money, your life savings you handed your money to somebody with a tie on because you happen to have a tie, you know, I guess. And then what? You never even see it again. And then you start hearing, what did he do? He put you all in on day one, which is a deadly mistake. The auto trader automatically looks at the account balance and says, you know what? It'll only buy 10 to 15% of your money. It'll put into the stock.
So it's programmed so you can't lose all your money.
So 85 to 90% of the money is sitting on the sideline. So when the stocks drop, you're buying at the lower prices and you're selling LIFO, last in, first out. So you're selling the bottom one. Think about this. Come on. This is common sense. It's fourth grade math at
So you
best.
put a little bit into the stock and it goes down. You put in a little bit more, it goes up, you sell, and
You're
it goes
buying
down and up
selling.
again.
You can
sell
buy
and buy
sell
again.
hundreds of times. And, you know, profit-wise, even though the stock never went back to the original buy price at the top, you could be up 300%.
Right, and this isn't day trading, so it's not going to take all day for you to just eyes on the market and suck up all your time and money.
And it's not dollar cost averaging or anything like
Right.
that, where a stock has to go halfway back for you to break even. It's not gambling. This
Right,
isn't even gambling.
You're not going to take. You're not going
to
to take losses sometimes and then take winners other times. You're just going to take profits.
It's and it doesn't even matter where the stock goes. If you buy a stock, the software already knows it has enough to take that stock down to $1, and you're always in. You're always buying and selling.
You want to see this automated? We can actually show you how in CoolTrade, and we'll do this one-on-one, or you'll see a presentation. You can actually, we can describe it to you. You can see all types of different strategies. And here's the number: 480-787-2777. That's 480-787-2777. Or go to CoolTradeRadio.com. We just need your name and email to get you started and get your free report and get you the discount on the software. Now, I wanted to compare this because, you know, a lot of people still have a lot of faith in buy and hold. Well, frankly, because they don't feel like they have any other option.
Buy and hold is dead.
It's dead. And you know, here's something that they might say, oh, well, we'll look at Time Warner Cable. All right, 2.5 years ago, it was under $100. Now it's $178. So they thought, wow.
So they happen to get lucky, and it happened to go up.
Happened to get lucky, and they made let's
but
say
remember this,
100 shares.
They're still all in.
They're all in. They're all in, and you know it's
that's
like
different than CoolTrade's actively trading, because CoolTrade's constantly taking profits, so the money is going into your bank account.
Yeah,
you can keep taking the money out. You're not in the market.
Yeah, and here's the thing: Time Warner Cable. It's not like it only went up. All this time that it went up, it was going down some days too. You know, some days it had crashes, and some days it went up a lot. So there's the thing: you could be actively trading it. So where if you made $8 or $80 a share, you could have made $8,000 buying and holding it. You could have made $21,000 in almost 300 trades. So you would have tripled your money. Yeah, tripled it.
That's the secret. How many trades? 300 trades.
Yeah.
So at $1 a trade, that's $600 for a round trip to buy and sell.
Right. So, you still would have netted over $21,000. So
nice.
That's great. More than double.
Actively trading is the way to go. There's no way. It destroys buy and hold. It embarrasses buy and hold, actually.
And if we're going to, here's another telephone company we can take a look at, AT&T. Now, this is a little bit more realistic. I mean, some stocks go up, some stocks go down. Maybe this one you didn't get so lucky. It's actually lower than it was 2.5 years ago. Started at 36, now it's at 33. So you would have lost money buying and holding in that.
Sitting on it for 2 years, plucking gray hairs out of your eyes, man.
And that, like the other S&P 500, like these top stocks out there, this is what the bulk of people's investments are made of, just buying and holding these big stocks.
How did it do actively trading, though?
Let's see. Buy and hold, you would have lost $300. Actively trading, you would have made $2,600.
Perfect. That's the way to be.
And it's a cheap stock.
Well, yeah. How much is it?
Up $33.
$33.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in and out. That's the name of the game. That's the secret to the stock market. It's the same way, and those of you who are professional poker players, the secret to playing poker is you keep taking money. That's the secret.
Yeah.
Just keep taking money off that table, and before long, you have all the money.
There you go. So you want to get CoolTrade. You want to actually see how this works. We're about at the end of our show, but we want to get you a free report. We want to get you a free demonstration of the software and show you how it works. And yeah.
Can I say one more thing, Pace?
Oh, please.
Whatever you're thinking, don't think that, well, if that was real, there'd be no stock market. Don't think like that, because I'm going to tell you, once you see this auto trader running, it's a life changer. It will change your view of the world.
Thanks for listening to CoolTrade Radio. To see a free demo of the CoolTrade automated trading system, call or text 480-787-2777. That's 480-787-2777, or go online to CoolTradeRadio.com. CoolTrade does not give stock trading or strategy advice, including buy, sell, or hold recommendations. Any communication from CoolTrade personnel relating to the operation of CoolTrade is only intended for education purposes, running the CoolTrade platform in simulation mode. Unique trading experiences and past performance do not guarantee future results. Before trading in a live brokerage account, you should test your strategy in simulation mode and speak with your financial representative to ensure that the strategy is suitable for your investment profile. To contact CoolTrade for more information, call 480-787-2777 or go to CoolTradeRadio.com.